Good morning, world. I haven't even had coffee yet. I got bags under my eyes. I haven't shaved. I haven't brushed my teeth. I haven't showered. I look like shit. I just rolled out of bed. Please forgive me. And welcome to the second episode of a little thing I like to call Jackets Union. I'm always taking your questions. solskill.live.com for anybody who has any hockey-related questions or CBJ questions or anything really. I'm pretty much an open book at this point. Welcome to another edition of Jackets Union. There was a big game last night involving the Boston Bruins and the Columbus Blue Jackets at TD Garden. And the end result of that game was a 2-1 overtime victory for the Columbus Blue Jackets. Now, let's back up a little bit here. And we had an 11-game point streak going in. Boston had an 8-game point streak going in. They got a couple players back in their lineup yesterday. I believe it was Krejci and Krug that came back from injury for them. And in Columbus, we had some good news and we had some bad news. So the bad news was that after the Florida game, Texier was officially injured. And what I read, it was a lumbar fracture. He's out indefinitely. So we lost another player, basically is what I'm saying. And if you remember my rant from last time, I think we're at about 11 or 12 players now that have gone down to injury. The good news out of that, the silver lining, was that Milano came back from injury. We finally got a player back. We had to give up a player just to get a player back. But we got him back. And not only did he have a really good game last night, he scored a goal. And it may have been probably the luckiest goal he'll ever score. He put it towards the net. It went off the defender's skate and into the net. It's a good goal. It counts. Any team would take that. Personally, I know there's been a lot of those goals scored against us. So I'm happy to take one. And Sonny Milano's happy to take it as well. So that was a 1-0 game, by the way. Elvis Merzlikins in his second start in goal for Columbus. Wow. Just looked completely calm, cool, and collected. He's not talking to anybody. He's not addressing the media, as I said. He's going this alone. And, oh my God, he's lights out. I mean, you can see the focus on his face, the determination. Even Tortorella said at the end there, his post-game interview, there's not a lot of extra movement. He looks calm and cool and confident. And it's amazing to see that out of Elvis. I mean, after his celebration, after his first win, he just comes in and he still locks it down. He's going to have to do that for like 9 or 10 games for us at least, if not more. So it's going to have to be that way. And he's just putting on a hell of a performance. But we also held Boston as a team to 12 scoring chances last night. Let me just tell you, that's very good. We are playing as a team completely. I think Tortorella said it best after the game. He said, we don't have any stars on our team. There's no stars right now. We're just all pitching in equally, and we're all pulling our end of the rope. And you could see the way we were owning Boston last night. We dominated the flow of play in that game. We shut them down. Yeah, they had a few chances in our end zone, sure, but we had a lot of chances in their end zone too. You got to give them credit. I mean, they fight hard. They have systems. They're no team to be reckoned with. They're the Eastern champs. I get it. They have an amazing goaltender who let in a fluke goal. And then, first of all, in overtime, I got to say, Seth Jones, coast to coast. So Seth Jones skates it out of the defensive zone, all the way up the ice himself. By the time he hits our blue line, before he's about to go to center, he just turns on his afterburners, like the jets go on, and he races up the ice so fast. And he's on a 2-on-1 with Dubois, and he's against McAvoy in the middle for Boston. And Seth makes a beauty pass, and Dubois finishes it off perfectly. It was an amazing ending to watch. And so now we have a 12-game point streak. We're 8-0-4 in our last 12. And the good news about last night also is that Philly lost. So because Philly lost to Vegas, we're now 3 points out of the playoffs now, and not 5. So we're only 3 points back of the last playoff spot. And now I'm hoping for a Washington win and a Carolina loss tonight so we can stay close to Carolina as well. We can't be looking up, trying to get Washington yet. We got to go through everybody else. Philly, Carolina, Pittsburgh, Islanders. Those 4 teams are going to be in our way. And I'm confident we can get past them. I really am. The way everyone's pitching in right now, I mean, it looks really good. You know, one loss could change that. I get it. But, you know, we're not going to play an amazing game every game. We're gonna lose some games along the way here. You know what I mean? Losing's part of the game. So you just have to put the best foot forward every night, and that's what Torts has been focusing on. That's what, you know, all the players have bought into, that system of just taking it a game at a time, a day at a time. It's amazing. So anyway, tomorrow we have a big game against the San Jose Sharks at 1 p.m. So you can bet your ass that there'll be no pregame from me. I'll probably still be sleeping. But let's be real. San Jose is going to be tough. Okay, they just beat Pitt on the road. They're on the road right now. The pressure's off them. They're at the bottom of the Western standings. They have nowhere to go but up. San Jose will not be a pushover at all. We have to be perfectly on our game, like we've been. We have to keep this thing going. I want to keep that point streak alive at 13 games tomorrow. I want to see more players come back. I'm curious to see who's next to come back. I mean, there's so many unwritten storylines here. We're just in the middle of something that's either going to be really, really good or really bad for the Blue Jackets. I mean, we're going to be right on the cusp of that playoff spot. And, you know, I want to say that we're going to move up, but I don't know how quickly those players are going to come back. So it's tough to say. We're going to take it one spot at a time, one game at a time, and that's it. So you can catch me probably on Sunday again for this. I have some music videos to record today, so you can look forward to that. But yeah, so I'll be doing either a post game Saturday night or Sunday, heading into Monday's game in LA, and starting that California trip. So the boys are about to go on a big road trip after tomorrow's game. So I'm excited to watch San Jose, Columbus, 1 o'clock tomorrow from Nationwide Arena. So be sure you tune in for that tomorrow. You go on the NHL app, you can turn the radio broadcast on, you can listen, or I'm pretty sure if you have Wi-Fi, you can watch the broadcast. Just do it. It's beautiful hockey time. It's you know, the dog days are January and February, and once you get through that, I mean, then you're trying to position for a playoff spot. We're getting down to this now. It's the season goes by so fast. It's kind of a blur, and sitting here at January 3rd, 2020, looking back on how I spent the last 5 years of the decade, it's really interesting to see where you've come, just not even just hockey wise, but as a human being. I'm 31 years old. I'm still standing. So, I've got a lot to be thankful for. And I'm thankful that the Blue Jackets are doing well right now. And quite honestly, it's helping me. So it's great therapy, and I love that I can come on here and chat about it. So anyway, tune into the game tomorrow. My name is Jordan Gilman. I will see you soon. Email your questions to me at solskill@live.com. This is Jackets Union episode 2, signing off. I am proudly marching on. Let's go CBJ, make 'em all pay. Shark hunt, baby.